Hey there folks, welcome to part 3 of the Railroads Online series that I've been trying to kind of crack out here. Obviously, this is part 3. I've done 2 other videos. If you want to go and check up on those and you've not seen them, I recommend doing so instead of just hopping in willy-nilly where we're at here. But anyway, there have been, once again, several hot fixes from the developers. Just about daily or every other day they're cracking out fixes, which is nice. So first things first, in my playthrough here, I'm still changing things, still going through different things, still reworking things, and obviously right off the bat you can see here in front of us I've got a new locomotive. Finally did it. Been playing solo, grinding this out. Got enough cash after I bought a ton of rolling stock, obviously, and bought the 440, otherwise known as the Eureka, in the game. This is it right here. We'll just go ahead and show it to you just in case. Now there's a reason it's cheap, and there's a reason it only takes tier 3. Now if you notice, the tractive effort is 5,620 pounds per foot. Okay, $2,900. $2,900. Alright, so the locomotive you get, the Porter, the 040 by default, is this little feller right here. 040. 6,110 pounds per foot tractive effort. That's quite a bit more than the 440. Yes, I knew this going into it, but I wanted another locomotive anyway. I was tired of operating this little toy locomotive. Now, yes, that may offend some people. I know there's some Porter lovers out there, and they're cool for what they do and what they did. But I want something from the mainline, and so that's what I did. I made enough money, and I bought it. You have it sitting here before us. Now, I would not recommend you do the same. Just from a personal perspective, because it essentially negated my entire line that I had built and reworked as a whole. It made it pretty much useless because this thing cannot really pull. It's got big old honking wheels. Usually that was indicative of speed. Smaller wheels meant more torque and lower speed. Now, it can still do some grade, so I've gone over, reworked a lot of my route again, and have started heading to the smelter. I've actually completed the line out to the smelter, which is kind of the north central part of the map there. Well, yeah, central north, I guess you could say. So anyway, I'm hoping to check that out here in this video as well, but just want to go over the 440 a little bit. It's not as powerful as the Porter that you get by default. If you didn't know that to begin with, now you do. But anyway, it's a beautiful locomotive. It looks amazing, especially in this size. It's gorgeous. It's got quite a bit of detail. Got the drawbar, of course, which I'm hooked up here on these flats that we're about to run down to the freight depot. The cow catcher, all the little details. Baldwin Loco Works stamped on the wheels there. It's got a lot of detail, especially when it's in motion. The striping and pin and leaf work in the paint. Got your dynamo. Named it Roscoe. And I just went with Danville and Western. Pretty predominant narrow gauge railroad in Appalachia. Figured what the hell, everybody was doing a lot of West Coast stuff. I'll represent my neck of the woods. It's got these that you can pop on and off, which is pretty cool. You can put greens and reds on there. We're going to be doing the red, if I can remember how to do it here. Nope. Right mouse button down. There we go. And hook up back here as well. Can put a bar in there. Drop a pin. Now, this thing used to be pretty bad with staying coupled to its tender, because when you get it, you purchase it, and it drops down, they are not connected. You've got to connect them yourself. There's a little bit of a trick to it. First things first you want to do is pop the drawbar into the tender. So that's right click and then slide it in. Now it looks a little funky sitting like this, I know. But you're going to want to put the link or drawbar in the tender and then back it up a little bit, get a little bit of space, and then get, like once you're set up and ready to go, kind of back up the locomotive towards the tender, and you're going to want about this much gap that you currently see, maybe a little bit wider of a gap. And it's kind of hard to do, but you're going to want to kneel, right click like you do putting a pin in every other link in the game, and you're gonna just right click and down, and you'll hear the sound once it completes it, and you'll be good to go. It took me like 4 or 5 tries. I kept pulling away from the tender. It was catching my nerves, but anyway, this thing's pretty cool. So I flattened out the root a little bit. Now this line that goes off to the left here, which is the way we're going to go, is the new line that I put down. It's a lot flatter, got a lot lower grade. This straight on here goes down to the lumber yard. I got stuck down there in this 440. I rocked back and forth. It looked like some sort of ridiculous cartoon trying to get up with 5 cars, 4 cars, 3 cars. It was just too steep. So I am here on out, for this locomotive specifically right now, trying to stay between about 2 and 3% when necessary. Anyway, you can customize this thing, of course, with your number. I just put number 1, even though the porter is number 1, so I don't know why I did that, but I did. You got your light, which you can lamp as well, and you can add flags. So these running flags you can add up here by the headlight or down here below on the pilot, which is kind of cool. But it's neat to see this thing in this size, and it sounds nice, and it feels physics-wise like it probably would have. They weren't inherently powerful locomotives. You can kind of see the pin sticking out there. Now, here's your handbrake for the locomotive or just the tender. All your fuel, ton of firewood you can stick on this puppy. Your water cap is back here. It's kind of funky to get open and closed. That's where you're going to stick the water in. See if I can get it closed here. There we go. Alright, got your regulator, your handbrake, or the locomotive brake. Here's the regulator. It's a Johnson bar. I believe this is the sand. Down here you've got the cylinder cock. And one of these dials opens. Now the gauges look a little funky, which is weird because the ones in the porter look pretty good. The hand valve. And of course, once again, you can just come in and hit F and do it like this. So you can operate it like this, which is what we'll probably do taking it to the freight yard. You can also open the windows, just like in the porter. And these front windows here, which is kind of a cool little treat, being able to see out the front a little bit better. There you go. That's nice. That is nice. Alright, so let's get this thing moving. Now, one of the things you're going to want to do if you do decide to get this locomotive, you're going to want to turn your compressor on. Now, the freight cars are not tied in. That goes without saying. I can't grab this damn thing. It's driving me nuts. There we go. The locomotives are not tied in. That's why they have handbrakes. So essentially, it's just the brake for the locomotive. But anyway, let's get rolling here. Make sure we got a decent fire going on here. Nope. We're gonna grab some wood, chuck it in there. Get that flame roaring again. But in hindsight, do I regret this purchase? A little bit. A little bit I do. I should have waited. I wasn't far off. I could have probably ground out another couple of days and gotten the climax, which is what I'm going to go for next. But all the locomotives have their own traits and characteristics. That's what's unique about them all, especially in the game. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this locomotive here, the Eureka. It's just, it's not going to be able to pull a lot of freight, especially upgrades. I mean, when the passenger cars come, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they are coming at some point. I'm not sure how they're going to work or anything further than that. Just hearsay, rumor, possibly fact. Take it with a grain of salt. This locomotive would be perfect for a couple of coaches, 3-4 coaches. So there's old Betsy. I redid this bit as well. As you can see, got the other flats. Got some kind of a derailleur there at the end, in case stuff goes sideways. Alright, so this is the new grade that I built. It is a lot flatter. I'm going to go ahead and hop in the other view here. There you go. So what I was talking about, the compressor for the brakes, you're going to want to turn this on to 100% at all times. Give it a little bit more juice. So yeah, I built this. This is a flatter grade. I went ahead and just added a bridge on this other line. This is the crazy Disney World line over here that just derails every freaking car that you take down it. So I went ahead and just made this flatter, more direct route. It works for me a lot more than what I had initially. So I've got a switch right up here at the random water tower as well. Go ahead and come off the regulator a little bit. So the plan is, since I've built the route out to the smelter, I'm gonna try to let me give you a little backstory. I was surveying and cleared several $100s worth of trees, and that put me in debt with the game, and that's something you don't want to do, because you're not going to be able to buy squat. You know, if you need rail cars, etc., you're kind of putting yourself in a hole. So anyway, I did that. So I've been working trying to make that money back up in the game. So what we're going to do is sell these, mainly because the log pond is full, 100 of 100. So we can't put any more in there. So we're going to take these, sell them, go back. I'm going to try to buy, I'm hoping 2 cordwood cars, because you got to have the bulkheads, sadly. I wish you could just kind of have one flat car and maybe swap out the pieces, but whatever, it's not my decision. So I'm going to try to buy at least 2 bulkheads. Probably end up with 1, so it may look a little ridiculous, but it's going to be more of an excursion into the ridiculous and crazy route that I've built into the smelter. Essentially touching the sky the whole way. So let's hope I can at least get... Oh, I don't know what these switches are set at. Alright, that's going to the right. So yeah, we're going to buy these, head back. I'm going to have to swap out back into the 040, the little porter, because there's no way in hell I can get down to the lumber yard. So yeah, I went ahead and cleared out a lot more of this. If you've seen the previous videos, I extended the railbed because I intend to keep adding tracks here at one point or another. They're pretty ugly right now. I just put down what I needed, essentially. And I went ahead and put a balloon loop out in the woods there, straight ahead. So, you know, if I don't want to, I don't have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I can just go straight on ahead and come back out. Alright, let's go ahead and sell these. I am so poor right now. $320. Jesus. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. Alright. Gonna go ahead and sell all these. There we go. And I put a water tower and a log stand as well. And as before, I've mentioned it in the last video, if you're in a bind, you run out of water, wood, whatever, you know, as long as you're near flat ground, you can put these things anywhere. Just open the menu, click facilities, click water tower. There you go. Alright, how much money we got? Oh! Fudge. I don't think we have enough. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save it. So I got 2 saves. This up here is pre-Eureka, in case I ever change my mind. Alright, let's see. Oh, yeah. So this is what you want. We need to get these to get cordwood to take down to the smelter. So we're not only going to get paid for the cordwood, but you take the cordwood and I think iron ore, and that is what produces iron beams and rails, which you can sell as well. Alright, so there's one sitting back there. I don't think we have enough for two. Oh, snap, we do! Hallelujah! Alright, let's go ahead and put a linking pin in here then. And go grab them suckers. But yeah, I went ahead and built a quick balloon loop. It kind of curves out to the left and then goes to the trees. Fairly quick loop. And then comes straight on ahead back through there. And for what it's worth, this platform is a bit longer by default on the other side of the freight depot. Alright, running this thing in reverse. Probably not wise. See how we're doing on our agua. It's kind of hard to see this thing. About 3/4 full, 5/8, somewhere abouts. Let's feed her some more wood. Chuck a couple in there. Boom, 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 boom. Close it back up. Alright, well now we're really broke. Johnson bar in reverse. Let's get going. Come on. This thing is not punchy at all. You don't really get wheel slip unless you're under some extreme conditions. But she's a funky one, the Eureka. Make sure we're all hooked up here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, she takes a minute to get going, so. Go ahead and cut it off here. Gonna have to go back quite a ways. So yeah, for what it's worth, you're probably gonna want to get good at laying track. You know, for what it's worth, and wow, we went really far. That was stupid. For what it's worth and its usefulness in the long run. When you got the porter, that thing can do whatever you throw at it. I've seen people hauling like 20 cars with it. It's insane. But it'll do it. You know, eventually you'll need larger locomotives. I mean, you don't need them per se. I just got tired of using a porter, you know? Like, want something different. Something big. A biggin'. And you're gonna need to build a relatively decent railroad. This line that I built between the lumber mill and the smelter took the better part of a day. And it's, you know, there's people that can do this shit really well. I'm not one of them. It took me several times going back and forth trying to lay out the grade nice and smooth. And I just passed the damn switch again. I'm going to try to take this puppy down it as well, because it's only got a maximum of 3% for a very, very short distance, but for the most part it's 2. Now, most of the grades that I think I've been trying on this thing with the track that was, you know, pre-laid was really steep, you know, upwards of 5. So it gets quite difficult. Go ahead and pop the switch over. All right, are we lined up down yonder? I believe we are. All right, let's do it to it. And 2 new cars. I'm stoked. It's my 3rd set of new cars. Put the linking pin. Yes, we did. So something different, something new. And also the stubbornness in me, like, I kind of want to make this work. I've seen so many people, it's like, oh, it's bad, don't get it, you know, save Heisler, Mogul, you know, well, all those are great. I bought this. I want to try and make the most of it, so I figure in the meantime, it's just going to make me learn how to lay better track, hopefully, which I think I have down to the smelter, so we'll check that out here shortly. You know, otherwise, like the Heisler and the Climax, they have absolutely zero top speed. That's not what they were built for, but they have got humongous pulling power at low speed. Very torquey boys. So, plus this locomotive looks cool. Like it you know, it's not the most OP, too OP, please nerf, but it looks badass. You know, it'd be a shame not to utilize it, so. And, you know, I'll get to the point where I'll have the other locomotives, and, you know, I'll retain this one for flat, you know, flat land excursions, you know, passenger stuff and freight and whatnot, and try and keep the porter for yard stuff around, for right now, mainly the lumber yard, because it's just it's crazy down there. It's crazy. Alright, we'll let it creep here. A little bit of brakes. There we go. Alright, gotta get out. Hook these bad boys up. I'm gonna throw the handbrake on that last one and push this one into that one. I'm going to go ahead and put a linking pin into this one. There we go. It should already be on a hundo. There it is. So that was a good linking pin. Yep. Did I pass the handbrake? There it is. Alright, so we'll push that one into the other one. Should hopefully stop it. And I didn't really think this through. Blatantly honest here. 6 cars, mind you, yes, they are empty. But, I'm telling you, this thing, you just about got to throw it in full forward to get it rocking. Get the compressor back up. There we go. So we're pushing that one. Cut the regulator. Alright, are we about on? I think we are. Kind of want to gently stop here so they don't shoot off physics and all that. Alright, let's see how it is. That's a done dealio. And that's a done dealio. Alright, go ahead and pull the brakes off. And you know, it's a totally different style of driving as well. I'm going to go ahead and grab some wood too while I'm at it. Go ahead and, as with the first video, go ahead and fast forward about a minute if you don't want to watch me get wood. But what's cool is I never realized this till I got this thing. You can just throw the wood towards the pile where it's stored on your locomotive or tender, and it'll go right to it. You don't have to actually walk up to it, which I was doing for so long. See if I can do it from here, actually. Nope. That might be doing it. Then again, might not. Holds a ton of wood. We don't need it. We need water more than wood right now. We'll get it a couple more times. But anyway, yeah, totally different driving style. With the Porter, you kind of always wanted to leave some hand cars on, depending on what you were doing, what you were hauling, the distance, if you wanted speed, and if there were any crazy grades in front of you. On this thing, you don't need them. You really don't. Maybe a little bit on the closest one to your locomotive. I'd recommend, just from how I've played so far. Oh, reverse the wrong direction. Just watch the wheels here. Suckers take a while, but they're beautiful in motion. So that's 30% regulator. So anyway, just back to reiterate, you're probably not going to need a whole lot of handbrake on your cars with this thing, especially if there's any kind of grade. It's heavy enough, and this thing is heavy. I've tried to pull it with the Porter, that it'll handle the cars okay. But like I said, if it's any kind of downgrade, you know, set a couple of hand brakes just for safety's sake. But see, she's nice and smooth. It takes time. This seems a little bit more realistic than the Porter. Yeah, the Porter's a powerhouse. That's without question. Make sure we got our cars. We do. But this thing requires a little bit more finesse, whereas the Porter is just like on or off. You know, there's no there's no gray area operating the thing. You know, but for what they do, you know, they're good at what they're for, you know. Hopefully we can get these all the way back. Looking at the water level, we should be okay. Probably close to near half now. Just love watching the pistons down here working. Kind of hard to see with that thing. Check out the cylinder cocks, which look great. That's some of the best damn looking steam that I've seen in a video game. It's just like at the right angle, it looks amazing. We'll give her a little more juice. Probably should have changed the markers on the back to green. But yeah, it's also funny. I was, you know, still wanting to get a new locomotive. I did, and I was like, all right, we're going to the new part of the map, new industry, and you know, it dawned on me, you need new cars. I was thinking for whatever reason these stake cars here, right in front of the locomotive, could carry the cordwood, you know, but you know, for whatever reason they can't. Like I said, it would be nice if you could just have one flat car and be able to change pieces, because that's what they would have done realistically for the most part, you know, back in the old days anyway. So, except for maybe the bulkheads. But then again, who knows? I think they did throw on bulkheads if necessary on these old cars. Alright, here's a switch. See if we can smoothly do this. We're going to need a little bit of juice. As you can see, there's a bit of an incline there. Make sure we still got everybody. Yes, we do. And that right there is essentially the crest. Then it's all downhill. Go ahead and cut it back to 50. As you can see, the old line on the right keeps climbing and climbing. It gets so high that it's not usable. I just left it there as kind of a backup, you know, if necessary. Still got both cars. Good dealio. Much more direct run to the freight house from the sawmill, because it was always such a, you know, a job getting up and over that that crest over there to the right. All right, so there's the little powder. So we got to figure out how we're gonna do this here. Let's see. I think this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna break right here. I'm gonna leave these two cordwood cordwood cars kind of hanging out on the main line back here a little bit, actually. So let's go forward some. If we can. Come on, Eureka. There we go. Just enough. I got to remember to put the handbrake on them as well. There we go. A little bit of brake. Alright, let's go hop down, kick them loose. I think I figured out what I can do here. Sometimes you'll see this, and that looks terrible. That's gut-wrenching to look at. But as long as you're smooth pulling forwards or backwards, it should usually right itself. It's part of the game. It does that. It's annoying, but it happens. Alright, we yoink this pin. Go ahead and tie both of them down just for safety's sake to make absolutely sure. Alright, so those have been kicked. So we're going to go ahead and pull these around. Alright, reverser, break off, compressor. Let's go. It sounds so weird when you try to use a whistle like that. It doesn't sound natural. Alright, so we kick those cars loose. They are just on the other side of the switch there. I should have put them a bit further now that I think about it. We might be alright though. Keyword might. Alright, fire temp is dropping like it's hot. Actually, like it's not hot. More wood. This thing is hungry. Very hungry. Gonna leave the door open for a minute there. Yeah, it's dropping. Come on, fire. Do your thing. I guess it's not the end of the world if we push those cars a little bit more if it comes to it. Let's see, look, sliding the wheels. That will happen in the Eureka. That will happen. Alright, I probably shouldn't have the reg open, but come on, baby. Climb back up. Could go ahead and get the porter fired up here too while we're at it. Maximize your time. I always forget about stuff like this until it's too late. You know what? We'll steal some of the 440's wood. She's got plenty to go around. Alright, I hope that went in. Now it will always retain a little bit of pressure. That's because the regulator's not been opened. But as soon as you open it for that first time and it starts draining, you're pretty much done. There's the fire. Go ahead and shut that bad boy. Alright, we should be good. There it is. She's popping off. Alright. Come on, just max power. 78% anyway. There we go. Alright. And I've kind of been swapping back between the views. Like, I'm happy that they gave us the UI way to control the locomotive and train. You know, but sometimes it can be a bit of a problem. Such as like that. So I went straight in, and when you hit F to drop out, it'll slam the locomotive down to a stop, and that can cause problems with your cars and derailments and just funky things. So it's always going to turn that brake all the way on by default. Get rolling backwards again. The other thing is, if I'm doing stuff like this, I kind of want to keep the train moving, you know, to a very, very slow speed, but I can jump out, you know, get the water spout down from the water tower, get firewood, what have you. Alright, so we're going to run all the way around. I redid some of this loop as well, behind the sawmill here, so we can go a little bit quicker. Not a lot, but I mainly had to do it to, well, you'll see. Add the additional line that goes out to the smelter. At one point, I'm going to try to build a definitive main line, you know, so you can choose which direction without having to go into a yard to switch or transfer. But for now, I'm using what works. Slightly. Probably going a bit too fast, actually. Cut it back some. Sure we got everybody back there. Shnikes! No! Oh, Dios mío. Alright, still coming. Oh, this ain't gonna be pretty. This ain't gonna be pretty. Get on, handbrake. Get on, handbrake. Oh, God. Fudge. Now I'm stuck in the car as well. This is not good. This is not good. Why didn't it let me get on the car? Oh, no. This is horrible. This is mucho, mucho horrible. Alright, think. 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 What can I do? I don't think I can do anything. See, it's issues like this as well. Now the devs, to be fair, have been working on stuff like this. There we go. Got the coupler down. Don't know how much that's going to help us. Oh, thank Jesus. Okay, thank God for that F key. F in chat. Alright, I was able to hit F. But the devs have been working. Apparently you can get stuck in log piles and all kinds of crazy crap. So, alright, whew. That was close. I'm like stuck in the earth. Okay. Is everybody railed here? It looks good. Yeah, this drawbar here is not the best. It's kind of funky. Let me try and pull this pin out here. Come on, damn it. Alright, let's put this handbrake on for a minute. Let's back this puppy up. Yeah, you always got to be looking behind you what you're pulling and whatnot. Are we stuck? What the hell's going on here? There we go. Alrighty. Alrighty. There we go. Pull that pin out. Drop that down. Put it back up. It's odd how some things stick to angles like this. Like if you derail and you try and re-rail a locomotive or rolling stock, it'll kind of stay at an angle. And even though it'll say in the top left-hand corner that you can rotate it clockwise, I've never, ever, ever been able to rotate it. So, not sure how that works. Alright, hopefully this will roll us right into it and I can link it up. This one's kind of funky as well. You got to hit it at the right spot. Alright, I think we're gravy. I think I got the handbrake. Nope. Yep, it's off. Okay. Alright, so it's a bit low. This is the old line going up to the left here. I need to just pick up some of that track just to be safe. Alright, what was I going to do? What was I going to do? I don't rightly remember. Alright, I think I'm just going to pull... Yeah, because I need to decouple. I should have brought this sucker over here, actually. You know what? I think that's what I'll do. I think that's what I'll do. Let's see. Is there enough room? Alright, let's check these. I think the game does weird stuff. Sometimes I've come back and my friggin' train is disassembled. I got cars missing halfway across the damn map. So it's best, like, if you're done with the consist or the game for a while, just tie your handbrakes. Better safe than sorry. Alright, so we're going to push these suckers forward here. Let's see, hopefully... See if I can actually do what I'm thinking here. Doo-da, doo-da, doo-da-da-doo-da-doo-doo-doo. Alright, so I'm hoping to back up what I call the main right through there in the far left. And then I'm going to drop these cars and hook up those bulkheads to the behind. Oh, son of a biscuit! God dang it. God dang it. That's another thing, you know. They say practice what you preach. I've been preaching a lot, not been practicing it so much. That's a problem. Yeah, I didn't flip that switch back. And it's, you know, this ain't Train Sim World, this ain't Train Simulator. You've got to put those switches back into position. You're going to be up Cramps Creek without a paddle. Alright. So we should just pull the link, or the pin out of this and it'll be good. Is that handbrake on? No. Okay. Alright, here we go. Re-rail. Please work. Oh, come on, come on. Stay put. Stay put. I lost my dang cursor now for some reason. Alright, there we go. Get that over. Doom, 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 doom. Alright, let's go ahead and push her back forwards. Brake off, reverser forward, a little bit of regulator. Hopefully nothing else came offline there. Alright, I didn't put that handbrake on, did I? Alright, so what I'm going to do is F out of here. Control it this way, let the brake off, give it a little bit of juice. Just to push them forward, I'm going to run up there and try and link it in motion. Just to save time. There we go. Now if you see the pin, or the link, I'm sorry, out of whack, you know, as long as you drop the pin in and you hear that noise, you're going to be golden. The link doesn't always have to stick out straight. It kind of does what, you know, it like freezes in time and space in the direction it was in when it happened type of deal, so. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Hopefully we got enough room back here. 2 trains, 1 track, never ends well. There we go. How we doing on water with this puppy? Pretty good. Cut that back over. Alright, so here is the dilemma. I want to leave these cars in the middle here. So we're going to scooch that one over. And then this should be plenty of room to turn around. I don't know that this is enough room for the Eureka. It might be, just barely. Make sure that's straight on. There we go. That should be enough room for 4 flats. Adventures in Fail Switching with Sean. That's what I should label this. Alright. Oh crap, no, I have it left. We want to go right. I swear I just did that. Did it change something? Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Right? Alright. Oh, the sawmill hacking away back there. Alright, break off regulator. Here we go. Let's see if I can do what I'm thinking I can hopefully do. The track is a bit janky through here, so. Alright, let's see. We cannot leave those out on the line at all. The other train will hit it. Alright, that might do it. That might do it. Let's cut this puppy loose. Handbrakes on dose. There we go. Alright, so we're going backwards, and then forwards, and then backwards. Matter of fact, I ought to do it this way. There we go. Crossing my fingers here. Alright, regulator off. A little bit of breakage. Forwards. Gotta go down and pop this one. There we go. Alright, we're getting somewhere. We're getting to somewhere. Let's go ahead and check that water pressure. How are we looking? Fire temp 400, boiler pressure 120, water level 357. Should be alright. Alright. Regulator off. Oh, schnitzel. What the hell just happened there? Good God. I can't do anything right. Alright, here we go. Re-rail. I'm pretty damn sure I had the thing lined up right. Sometimes you'll get these little weird, like, ghosty pieces of rail going across. What the hell caused that? I am confused. Go ahead and switch that back over. Alright, let's see if we can get these cars up here. Sometimes it just does that. It's like it hits a friggin' invisible brick wall. It just throws your train. Luckily, I've not had anything crazy happen. I've seen people have their trains go into friggin' lower Earth orbit. I've never had that happen, luckily. Knock on wood. What on God's earth? It's because I don't have the switch aligned. Come on, persistent little one. You can do it. Alright, we need to back up. I don't know if we'll be able to now. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, there we go. Yeah. You should be alright most of the time. See, it's weird. Like, although I'm sure nothing moves up there, it still does some weird stuff. So, alright, so we'll just have to shove these a bit before we back up here. Alright, so we got the pin there. Don't need the pin. We got a linking pin here. Yes, we do. Alright, let's try that again, shall we? Much better. A little too much stank on it. Alright, Betsy, calm down. There's that sweet, sweet ruckus. Alright, let's go get that cordwood. My first ever cordwood retrieval. I'm geeked. Oh, I put the dang hand car on, didn't I? Or the hand brake. Hand car? What am I saying? It's a hand brake. We'll leave it on a little bit. How's this one looking? A hundo. Yep. That's why. Oh, too fast. Too fast. Too fast. Too fast. No, no, no. Oh, crap. It's happening. It's happening. Oh, sweet Jesus. That could have gone horribly. Oh, this game. Swear to God. Alright. Alright, we should be lined through down yonder. I have no clue how much we'll get for this cordwood. Alright. Get all the way past the switch here. And brake. Alright, let's flop it back the other way. I did something else stupid earlier today. When there's logs in the pond out there, don't try to be a, you know, like lumber dude, log spinning, whatever the hell it's called. I got trapped out there for like 30 minutes. And I didn't want to respawn so bad that I just sat out there, and my dogged determination finally got me out of it after some control, shift, sprint, and jumping. It was a nightmare. So, yeah. Just be careful with that. There's logs out there. Alright, are we lined up out here? I don't know what the hell's going on with this switch here. It's like there's a dang invisible something. Alright, all we needs to do is get this out of the way. All we needs to do. She's probably going to need a little bit of heat. Grab some wood. Woo! Boom, 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 boom. Couple more pieces. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. We might have enough pressure to get us back there. Alright, let's go. Oh, for Pete freaking sake, man. This doggone car up here. I thought we were hooked up with it. Look at the wheel slippage. Yeet. Yeet. There we go. There we go. Alright, come on, dang it. Come on. A little bit more. You know, I could have sworn we hooked that thing up, right? You heard the sweet, sweet sound of clinkage. Like that. So, WTF, Eureka. It's like she's more trouble than she's worth. Alright, come on, dang it. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a girl. That's a girl. You're alright, girl. Alright, come on now. No more tomfoolery. I got things to do. Chug good, chug good, chug good, chug good. Alright, kill it. Alright, please don't derail. Please. Well, I'll be a son of a biscuit. Why in the hell? There's something with that cross track, maybe. Dude, I don't know. I don't know why the porter kicked it right back there. Alright. Couple of handbrakes on. Let's do it to it. Go get that cordwood. There we go. Old Betsy's waiting. Bouncing Betsy. Wish you could change the name on this thing. Pretty sure you can't, but it'd be nice. The other porter looks pretty cool. You know, the fact that it's got the two track wheels on the rear apparently does help it some. You know, but it's still a porter. Alright, we're going to need wood and water. And the switch. Nope, we're good. Alright, we've got to remember to check that switch going to the cordwood side of the lumber yard up here, because I've never been over there. So, here goes nothing. As Betsy whistles an exclamation. Goodbye, sawmill. That way, directly straight back is where we're headed next. Right past that water tower. Thank goodness we're going to be running reverse. If I can actually see. I need to fix this area right here so bad. It's so janky. Like, look how straight the railbed is versus the actual track. It's a cartoon. The problem is the grade. You know, I'm not sure that the grade needed to be as steep as it is to get out here. In my initial build, I had a relatively flat approach from the sawmill to the lumber yard. I need to try and replicate that. Alright, here we go. There's our switch. Go ahead and give her a little handbrake. Again, I don't know if I can stress this enough. Don't, try not to just slam the brakes on, because that will cause the trucks and the wheels to do some weird-ass things. So I just try to gently ease into it. That and the pin and link stretchage. It's not a word, but whatever. The whole deal. Just nice and gentle. Alright, first time getting cordwood. Or derailing on this particular siding. One of the two will happen. A little bit of brake. Down to the right there is the track I've probably been down 300 friggin' times since I've been playing this. It's nice to go somewhere different. Alright, so we're relatively flat here. It doesn't look it, but we are. Alright, I think I'm going to plop down a water tower here as well. Just to be safe. Got our 2 crane skis ready to go. A little bit of breakage. Breakage. Alright, will those... Oof, I don't think they will. Need to go forward a little bit. The way these cranes are spaced out versus the car, it's almost like they were designed with trolling in mind. Because they don't seem to reach. Alright, let's see what happens. What's the cordwood loading like? Just like the regular wood, it would appear. Come on, get in there. Son of a biscuit. Alright, just for the sake of time, I never want to load just one car unless I absolutely have to. Alright, let's see if this works. Come on, dang it. Just a little bit. I could probably actually come forward a bit more. Ah, there we go. Hallelujah. Alright. Pop that one more time. This one as well. Gotta watch out with that. I'm gonna go ahead and save, because crazy things happen. Always save your stuff. Alright, so... I don't know what I just did there. There we go. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put down, for the sake of time, Firewood Depot. put this puppy right here. Can't see squat, man. Oh, no. Oh, holy Jesus. How about that, too? I just saved it. How about that? Okay, let's hope it's in one place here. I wish there was a hotkey that you could hit, like F5 or something like that to save, or hell, if it just did it automatically. But I know things like that in video games can kind of kill performance a bit. Accessing your hard drive and whatnot. But it'd be nice just to have a quick key that you can pop. Alright, come on. Where are we at? Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Let's keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Alright, so that probably wasn't very wise. We're going to back up a bit here. What is that noise? Trippy. Facilities. Firewood. Yeah, that was super crappy what happened there, but you know, that's why you gotta save, man. Is that too close? Should we try it? All right. We'll go ahead and give Bessie some wood. Where's the thing at? It's on the other. Yeah. So you got to go on this side? Yep, there you go. Definitely not getting away with free wood. We'll go ahead and pop the crane 2 more times. Go get some more wood. Got to have a system. Got to have a system if you don't want to waste time. Or you just play with other people. There we go. Boom. Boom. Get some firewood. We're actually going to be going back by the other place, so. Let's see, but we're not going to be going by the water tower, so I'm going to go ahead and build another water tower here because, as always, you can build as many as you want, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's go ahead and get this done, so. Come on. I'm geeked to go down this part of the rails. I have not been yet. It is, it's up in the clouds. It's pretty high. And trying to build the grade going down, it was insane and tedious. You know, it's easy to lay. Well, it's easy to say that you can lay railbed and tracks and then clear as necessary, but you know, when you're going to do that on an entirely other side of the map, it is not easy. It is not. But anyway, all right. Let's see. We'll put the water tower right here. How close are we to the tracks here? You know what? Hell, we'll just go ahead and put it right by the water flapper. There we go. Oh, man. Okay. Let's get her some juice. And someone told me the other day, I can't remember the guy that told me, but again, thank you for the tip. Don't look at your sight glass in the locomotive. Look at the actual tank. Because you can see it rising. Well, the direction I'm sitting you can't, but you get the gist. I think we're too close. But yeah, when it's done right, you can actually see it rising in the tank. Yep, it's not working. Alright. So we're going to get rid of that. Crap. Not what I meant to do. Close. We're going to build another one. Same spot, a little bit further back. There we go. Alright, you gonna play ball now, Mr. Water Tower? In American Railroads, it kind of had these little green areas that showed where you should put it in relation to your line, which was very helpful. Alright, now you can see the actual water level kind of inching up there. That's what you want to look at, not so much your sight glass. You can see it kind of creeping up and up and up and up, and then it'll stop. So she is topped off. Get rid of that. Close the lid. Let's get the hell out of here. Reverse. Let's go. Alright, we got cordwood. Woo! Three water towers in the friggin' lumber yard. Oh man. Total professional. Look out. Look out. Yeah, so that's steep down there. That's I could not get the Eureka. It was like it had this pendulum effect. It just kept rocking back and forth. It would go back that way, and then roll back that way, and then roll back that way, and eventually settle, you know, in between somewhere. A bit of janky track right there. Alright, we are going to need wood for the journey. Need to remember to get that back down here out on the main line. Thing is comical. It just jumps all around. So anyway, in the next part, which should be part 4, if I'm not mistaken, this is 3, I will try to do a little bit more ground and track laying and things of that nature, because for one, I'm going to have to, and two, just in case anybody may be, you know, still wondering, although there are a lot of great videos out there, this is not one of them. You know, covering the subject, I'll try and go over it a bit. Namely, grades. You know, it's one thing laying flat track, but when it comes to wanting to pull a heavy and long train, not in the Porter or a powerhouse like the Heisler, you need a little finesse with the track laying. All right, here we go. There's a little kink right there. I need to fix that. This game just makes you like a perfectionist, or it does me anyway. You just see things like that. You think you lay it the first time, and you think it's grand, and you go back by it. Oh crap! We got a break. Please don't derail. Hey! All right. All right, here we go. I have never been down here in a locomotive yet. I am stoked. Alright, we're going to run it this way so I can go grab some wood and whatnot. I'll be looking on that temperature. Water is good. Alright, we'll pull that back a lot. Go grab some wood. You know what? For safety's sake, go ahead and save it. There we go. And by the way, the game does not stop when you do that. I've learned that the hard way several times. Alright, let's get us some wood, get her topped off. There we go. She's still rolling. Alright, you can stop rolling now. There we go. Parkour. Hardcore parkour. Okay. Couple more time. At least 2 ought to do it. Because one of the problems with where we're about to go, you're not going to be able to throw a water tower down or a firewood supply. I mean, you could down on the ground, but that's going to be a hell of a hike. So, you'll see what I mean here shortly. Alright, this ought to get us there. Chuck a few more into our firebox. Keep it nice and toasty. Alright. We're off. Alright. Here we go, where no man has gone before, except yesterday while building it, but not, you know, operating a train on it. I tried to go over this all with a fine-tooth comb, try and get any little weird pieces of track out. You know, the works. Tried not to have these high berms, you know, because this would, like someone else pointed out, this would take a lot of excavation, piling all this damn dirt. So I tried to keep that to a degree. But then again, this bridge that you're about to see would have taken probably 5% of the Amazon rainforest to build. So it is a game, after all. Hopefully I got all those trees nice and cleared. Don't want to go too fast, as this is the maiden voyage across this trackage. Show you on the map where we're headed here. So you can kind of see a valley, right? I mean, you could essentially build however the hell you want, but it's, you know, there's obvious places where you want to go. Here's the first bridge. Little basin down here. Take care not to fall out. And I've also seen and read horror stories about if you derail on a high bridge or, you know, berm, whatever. Anything high, essentially. Good luck re-railing your locomotive or train. There's stuff I've seen people say and mention that their rolling stock has straight up disappeared. Gone. Alright, so we're about to break out of this little canyon here. We are going downhill. It's only about a 2%, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the throttle. Really hoping these trees aren't too close. And here we are. We are in the next valley. And look at that darn tootin' view. That's clear across the map over there. And look how high we are. Good God. I know people have probably built higher, but this is nuts. You see the shadow down there. It's kind of cool. So again, 2%. There's a bit down here that's 3%, but it makes it manageable. See, you know, while we've got about 20% on the handbrake, there's a smelter coming in sight there, by the way. While we got about 20% on the hand car, that's enough to keep us steady. We're keeping a pretty steady speed here. There we go. Just a view from the top. How much money we got, by the way? $22. Man, we are filthily loaded. Substantial curve here. So there's a smelter. So you essentially come into this valley. You know, no matter what you do, you've got to build high. And the view coming out of there can kind of fool you, trick your eyes, because I thought, I was near the ground a couple of times and I wasn't, and I kept having to go back. But, whatever floats your boat, you can get it done. Oh! Oh, God. What happened? Oh, God. Why? Why, God? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Well, there's a screenshot for us. Oh, crap. And I just noticed this bridge is floating. It's so damn high. 'Tis floating. Okay, so here we go. We might be able to do this. I don't think so. Let's get up here near some tracks. See, the problem is when you get up high like this, you can't really... God, what the hell did we hit? Another one of those damn invisible walls, man. So you can't really... Here's a spot. Ah. Oh! 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 Oh, shit. No. No, 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 no. Now it's rolling. Crap. Why did I do that? Sorry. Sorry, YouTube algorithm, for cursing. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, shit. Sorry. Did it again. This is not good. That's a straight downgrade. No bueno. Oh, God. Why does this happen? Why does this happen? God is smiting me. There she goes. Oh, what the hell? This did not go like I thought it would. Alright, well, at least you're getting a tour of the groundwork. So this is what it looks like on the ground and how ridiculously high the bridge is. Now, the new problem that I'm facing is if that locomotive derails, I'm not going to know where the hell it goes. You literally got to walk around and find it. And she gone. She gone. Oh, it's just a nightmare. Where's it at? Well, this isn't as... still going. Alright, well, this isn't as grandiose as I thought it would be. So anyway, this is how I came down off the grade. Steady 2%, 3% in a couple places over there. And then this right here, this will eventually loop under, so, there will be plenty of room for 2 or 3 tracks to go up under there. Headed down that other big-ass valley down towards, like, the coal mine there, so... Because that's, like, in-game stuff, I think. But it took some time building all this. Many, many hours. But it felt good once it was done. Now, the problem is I'm going to have to figure out where the hell... Well, I think I kind of know where we derailed. Might have just been going too fast. I'm not entirely sure. But now I'm going to have to go back and double check that. So I'm going to make a third save, just in case, to try and replicate that with the second save. If this goes inside out here. So here's your smelter on this lovely walking tour. And there's our locomotive derailed way down the tracks. Okay, so yeah. Here's your smelter. You're going to drop off iron ore right here. Now the iron mine, as you can see, is in the central east part of the map. Look how deep that is. There is some deep stuff over there. Probably some of the deepest on the map. I'm not really looking forward to that, if I'm completely honest. But anyway, I think what I'm going to try to do is have it loop around the backside there and then go alongside the tracks, which you can kind of see in the distance there, and then through that little bridge where the lines will kind of cross over themselves. So you got to get iron ore, which you're going to dump there. Then you got to get cordwood. This is your cordwood. This is what we have sitting up on the tracks somewhere way the hell over there. And then this is the smelter, where smelting happens. Lots of smelting. Old brick oven. Over here, your finished product, just like the sawmill. Just like the sawmill. You're going to get your rails. Locomotive rails. Locomotive rails. Train rails. I don't know what I just said. And then right here, your raw iron. Both of which, of course, you can take to the depot and sell. Or, as with anything else, they will be used to make other products, which then you can in turn sell again. So that's it. I did not expect that to happen. It was going fairly smooth until it wasn't. But that's open. Open. I almost said open rails. Whoops. That's Railroads Online for you. It's been crazy. It's a bit of a shame. I really hope I don't lose those cars up there. But what I'm going to do is create a third save. I'm going to have to start writing these down. Just in case something goes wrong, which again, I would recommend doing that. But that's it for part 3. Part 4, we're going to continue on to the iron mine. I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it, besides maybe a chuckle at my misfortunes right there at the end. But anyway, again, as always, thanks for watching, guys. And take care out there, and I'll see you next time in part 4. Bye.